Welcome back to Electric Vehicles channel, my dear friends. I'm Krishna Chaitanya Mandela. Today we have the Chief Business Officer of Ather Energy, Mr. Ranvit with us. So firstly, thanks for coming to the one of the beautiful cities of Andhra Pradesh, Vizag.
Thank you very much. It's a lovely city. I was as a drive, my first time here. When I was driving from the airport, I was just looking around. It's beautiful here.
The most of the people in India, they have a common doubt why Ather 450X is expensive. And are you taking enough steps to you have future plans to reduce the electric scooter prices?
See, expensive is a function of what people believe the value that they get from any product. Forget Ather, any product, right? So if today there are enough people who believe that the price that they pay for 50X is commensurate with the value that they get from the product, whether it's the drive feel, the experience, the performance, the touchscreen dashboard, and a bunch of other things, right? Which is why people buy what they buy. Yes, it is expensive. It's a premium product, but we're not defensive. We're not shy about saying that it's the best product out there.
So do you have future plans to come up with a budget electric scooter like under 1 lakh rupees in India?
So our platform that we built the last 8 years is extendable. As we go in the next three to 4 years, we will look at expanding the portfolio of products that we have. We will certainly look at a product which is maybe 1 or 2 notches lower in price, maybe around 1 lakh or so in the next couple of years.
If you see Ather 450X electric scooter, so far it is available in the cities. But what about the rural and the urban areas, like take for example town and rural people, they are also having a dream of owning a premium electric scooter like Ather 450X. So what is the action plan for you?
See, the fact that today we are in about 13-14 cities is not that because that's where the ambition is, right? It's really a question of chronology and how much time it takes to open up a city, right? So we hope to be in about 45-50 cities in this financial year itself. We hope to be in about 100 odd cities in the next financial year. So in about 18 months, we're adding about 80 more cities, right? So the moment you get to 100 cities, you are talking about tier 2, tier 3 as well. So we'll definitely be there.
So what about Ather 450X? There are two variants, Ather 450 Plus and Ather 450X. But people have a doubt like why they have restricted the battery capacity of 2.9 kilowatt hour battery. They have installed, but they have restricted for Ather 450 Plus for 2.4 kilowatt hour. Don't you think it will affect the battery pack life cycles for this 450 Plus if someone want to upgrade that to Ather 450X?
No, it doesn't. See, the battery is optimized for the 450X, which is a high performance vehicle, right? The 450 Plus actually has, we sort of software limited it, but it has actually extra battery capacity there. Now the reason we did that is because we wanted to launch 2 variants quickly and we wanted to reduce complexity, so we didn't want different battery packs. Eventually, like any other player, when we have different variants, they'll also have different hardware. So it's only a question of now in the next, this phase where the same hardware exists in both vehicles. One is just limited by software, but eventually we'll also have different hardware for different vehicles. So this question won't come up again.
Coming to Indian audience, we are price sensitive as well as range sensitive as well. But Ather 450X, are they up to promising that whatever the price and they are making them, this is not for common people. How can you give the trustful vote?
Listen, it is when you say it's not for common people, I don't agree actually. If you look at the 2 variants we have, so the 450 Plus is about 1 lakh and 20 lakh and 25 depending on the state. The 450X is about 1 lakh 40, 1 lakh 45 again depending on the state, right? And some places even cheaper like Gujarat, Delhi, etc. So and if you look at a good 125cc petrol scooter, that's about 1 lakh and 5 or so. So it's about a 15-20k difference. Now, if you look at the what you save on energy cost on a yearly basis, for every 1 kilometer that a customer rides, they save about 1 rupee 70, 1 rupee 75 paisa. So if you do 10,000 in a year, that's 70,000 bucks. 2 years, 34. You already made up your cost, right? So and this is just on a TCO basis. But like I said earlier, this is an upgrade. Which other scooter gives you an option of a touchscreen dashboard and the performance, 0 to 40 in 3.3 seconds, the handling, aluminium chassis? So if you are going for something which is an upgrade, then you will pay slight premium, right? Which is an upfront premium. But on a TCO basis, over a 2-3 year basis, it's actually cheaper to own this one than a petrol scooter.
Now coming to the upcoming electric scooters, what is your comment on Ola electric scooters?
See, Ola is a strong player. They've done a good job on the ride-hailing side. It's a good, strong company led by a strong leader. So I'm sure when they'll come with a good product. They made announcements, and we just know from experience that a hardware business is a tough business. It takes time to scale up. So their scale up will happen over a period of time. But fair to say that it's We don't know what's inside. I'm just responding to what we've seen in the public announcement. Seems like a good product, yeah.
So will you play defense or will you go for attack once the Ola electric scooter launch in the market for a budget friendly pricing? Take for example, they have made announcements like they're going to launch in between of 1 lakh rupees, and also Simple Mark 2 seems to be one more competitor for you. They are also mentioning the price will be around 1.1 lakh rupees. So what is your action plan?
See, every market, every industry, every category has different products, different price points, different experiences, different benefits, right? And they all coexist. Now, you asked me whether we're going to be defensive or aggressive, right? Actually, neither. We'll just do what we do, right? We build a product based on a certain understanding of what the consumer needs. We build a product based on an understanding of what consumer desires and what they will appreciate and what they will pay money for. The recent success that we've had and the scale up that we have, it proves the fact that what we thought about the consumer and what they're seeking, the Ather 450 delivers against that. We just stay committed to doing that. Yeah, that's it.
Because you said like you are committed for what you're doing, but so far Ather Energy is having a free road, like the one way so far, the premium scooter. But now the road is widening. Whatever the highways building, the two roads are building. The competitors on the other side. In that particular point, don't you be a little alert on that?
Okay, I'll use the same road analogy that you use, right? So if you're on a small road going alone, you can go at a certain speed, right? But if the road becomes like a 5-lane highway, even if there are 3 other people, you still go faster, right? It's the whole point about new people coming in is that the entire industry grows, right? No industry ever grew on the back of just 1 player, 2 players, right? You want strong players to come in. You want at this stage, you want an Ola to come in. You want a Bajaj to come in. You want a TVS to come in. You want a Hero to come in, right? You want customers to have options. You want customers to see choice, and then the market grows, right? 5 years, 6 years later, we worry about competition. Right now, everybody's welcome.
So you made it very clear, like everybody will come and the healthy competition will arise. But people on the other side, who are the customers, building blocks of the company, what they will see that they look at the options which is available and these 3 vehicles having the similar kind of specifications. On that particular approach, what makes Ather 450X differ from other products?
See, I think what makes it different is, to begin with, it's possibly the best scooter in the country. I'm not saying electric, I'm just saying scooter across, whether you see, the acceleration, performance, handling, cornering, banking, touchscreen dashboard, over-the-air updates, and a bunch of things that, that come with it, right? And then there's the entire experience around it, right? The experience of, of buying, owning, servicing, after sales, and the entire interaction with the brand that happens through the length of the journey, the over-the-air upgrades that, that other scooters can't do. So that's where a value proposition lies, right? And as long as there are enough players, who resonate with what we have to offer, it doesn't really matter who else is out there. We never started this company, and started selling scooters on the assumption that there'll be nobody else there. In fact, we thought people should have come in at least 2-3 years back. Competition, in my view, actually delayed. We expected them much earlier, right? Like I go back to what I said. Any major industry has multiple players, multiple variants, multiple consumer segments. As long as there's a large enough segment that resonates with what Ather does, we are fine.
So coming to the charging station network, you're building one of the vast charging station network all over India. But what about the free charging station you are providing? Will you extend that after September?
I think we will. It's not confirmed yet, but most probably we will, because the intent of giving it free is because, like in any new category, you want people to experience anything new before they actually pay money for it, right? So it's a classic case of what they call sampling in the FMCG world, right? We're just sampling the experience of charging. So we give it free because we want people to experience how seamless the charging experience is, and hopefully once they do it a few times and they understand the value of it, when we start charging, they'll start paying for it.
Can the customers expect any range extension after the new OTA upgrades from Ather Energy?
See, the range extension can either come from any hardware change or anything which can be managed through software, right? If it's a hardware change, then obviously you can't OTA it, right? Because that's the physical hardware that needs to change. But let's say there is another way that, let's say a battery, I'm just throwing this random example. Let's say there's another way we can have a different kind of integration between the battery and the motor, for example. And there's a new algorithm that allows us to get more range. Anything that is driven by software can be pushed to an OTA. And when that happens, we'll push it out, like we have. So a lot of OTAs that we've done are OTAs that either we were thinking of, or those that our customers had asked us on I don't know if you've seen the forum we have on our website, right? So a lot of these are, customer, asks that we just collate from there, and then we just push it out. So if it happens, we'll push it out.
So what about, can we expect an electric motorcycle from Ather Energy?
Definitely, yeah, most definitely. I think the next 2-3 years is about consolidation of the scooter market. In a maybe 3 to 5 year time horizon, you should expect a motorbike from us.
Can we expect a detachable battery pack option from Ather electric scooters in the coming future?
That's not a part of the plans at all. We are very committed to the solution, which is fixed battery with super fast charging, and that's where we think is the most value for the customer. So that's what we will do. So we're not in a detachable or swappable space.
So coming apart from Ather Energy, I would like to comment some of the points. Some electric two-wheeler customers quoted that they are not availing the subsidy benefits. Some electric two-wheeler companies cleverly increasing the base price whenever the FAME 2 scheme subsidy prices are increased. So if that some people are doing such kind of gimmicks and tricks, will it affect the genuine EV two-wheeler players?
See, it does. Any player which looks at the market opportunistically and looks at these short-term measures to make more money harms the market, harms the ecosystem, right? Unfortunately, every industry has such players. Though I believe it's not so easy doing that because the subsidy is given by the government directly to the OEM. When the subsidies increase, which happened like 3-4 weeks back, it doesn't happen very often, right? So like when it happened, we got a 14,500 increase subsidy on our battery. We pass the entire thing transparently to the customer, and I think most good OEMs will do that. So most people will do that.
So Mr. Ranvit, I have one rapid fire questions for you. So you need to pick out of the two options. Okay, the first question for you: Ola or Simple Market?
Ola,
Tesla Model 3 or Tata Nexon?
Tesla, any day.
Ather 450 Plus, Ather 450X.
X.
Eco mode or warp mode?
Warp mode. Why would you ever drive eco mode? Warp mode.
Swapping stations or charging stations?
Charging.
Because you are having charging stations.
We having charging because we think it's the right thing to do.
Orexa Mantis Ultraviolet F77.
I don't know the other one. Ultraviolet I have a lot of respect for. I think so I'll go with that.
So Ranveer, actually you came to Vizag for the first time, and here people love to hear some words from in their mother tongue. Firstly, Namaste Vizag.
Namaste Vizag.
Ather 450X నచ్చిందా?
Ather 450X నచ్చిందా?
పిచ్చి ఎక్కుతుంది రైడ్ చేస్తే.
పిచ్చి ఎక్కుతుంది రైడ్ చేస్తే.
So that's the complete interview with the Chief Business Officer of Ather Energy, Mr. Ranveer. And for genuine information about electric vehicles, please subscribe to Electric Vehicle channel.
So go green, go electric.